1965. Civil rights, space, the Beatles. The first troops landed in Vietnam, and 200,000 were there by the end of the year. Marches in Alabama, led by MLK, led to the Voting Rights Act, allowing people of color to vote for the first time. Project Gemini eventually helped put a man on the moon, but you're here for music. So there's 5 albums to help you decipher the landscape of 1965.
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, through the bumps of dime in your prime. Then you're driving me crazy.
January. John Coltrane's A Love Supreme. A Love Supreme is a formative and incredibly influential piece of jazz history. It marks the collision of his artistic evolution and his personal journey. This album took only 2 days to record, which Coltrane did alongside his quartet of McCoy Tyner, Elvin Jones, and Jimmy Garrison. The album shows off Coltrane's musical innovations and deep spiritual awakening, freeing him from his addiction. The 4-part suite starts with acknowledgement, symbolizing his awakening, then to resolution, showing dedication to his discovery, to pursuance, showing a deep longing for enlightenment, and concluding with psalm, a humble expression of the final realization. This is an intense, raw, complex, beautiful, messy, but most importantly, powerful record. This album is an event. If it doesn't make you realize Coltrane's powers, nothing will. March. The Sonics. Here are the Sonics. In 1965, the Sonics emerged in Washington with a raw, boundary-pushing style that shocked and deconstructed the norms of the 60s. They took influence from the 50s but added their own heavy, screaming, fuzzy spin on it. Their debut album, Here Are the Sonics, was as pivotal as the Stooges' first release, influencing countless bands, including Iggy Pop. Playing primarily 12-bar blues with an unpolished instrumentation and raw production, their songs about alcohol, drugs, and love affairs with witches that set a new standard in rock, cementing this as one of the most important albums in the rock scene of 1965. I'm a 60s garage fan, but this album even surpasses some of my favorite garage acts in its energy and especially its playing. They can absolutely rip up some guitars and drums. August, Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. This album marks a pivotal shift in his career and for the entire genre of folk. Dylan had only gone electric 1 month earlier, but this album would be featuring a full rock band on a folk album. This album opens up with the iconic and important Like a Rolling Stone, and has elements of folk rock, blues, and garage rock, showcasing Dylan's new ideas and being more of a people's man. Through druggy, surreal imagery and a mix of soothing melodies and hard bluesy rock, the album revolutionizes rock and roll by proving it could be just as complex and poetic lyrically as any other genre. I might be a little biased, but this is one of my favorite albums of all time, and out of any of them in this video, this should be the one you should listen to. It's practically perfect.
Everybody that was hanging out, now you don't.
October, Nina Simone, Pastel Blues. Nina's voice in this album is deeply sincere and unique, capturing you with its raw emotion. Pastel Blues isn't really much of a blues album. It's got elements of soul, jazz, classical, and gospel. She's a classical pianist, you know. The album's instrumentation is meticulous, complementing Nina's powerful voice as she tackles themes of racism, civil rights, love, and religion. Cinnamon, for example, shows the album's depth, and might be the best song to represent the album. This album hits you in your soul like a ton of bricks, with every part captivating your ears and that captivation traveling deep into your core. This shows her brilliance better than any other album out there. It's really, really good. You should listen to it as well.
Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to?
December, The Beatles' Rubber Soul. Rubber Soul marked a significant leap in the Beatles' lyrical and musical maturity, showcasing thoughtful and complex themes beyond simply love songs. Even love songs that do appear on this album have clearly more thoughtful lyrics. Innovation in instrumentation is something that defined this album, such as the sitar on Norwegian Wood and the fuzz bass on Think For Yourself. The album highlights an improved songwriting of the 3 members most known for it, John, Paul, and George. Ringo didn't quite have his moment yet, but the other 3 were beginning to hone their craft. The world in 1965 had never seen an album this complex within the pop sphere, and it didn't matter if they were ready to accept it. The Beatles made them.
All these places had their moments with love.
1965. The best word to describe this decade is groundbreaking. Collectively, these albums prove that the year's dynamic cultural shift set the stage for the transformative music of 1966. Love Supreme brought spiritual depth and innovation to jazz, while Hero of the Sonics pushed the boundaries of rock with their raw, unfiltered energy. Highway 61 Revisited revolutionized folk by blending it with rock and having unbeatable lyrics. Pastel Blues delivered a profound emotional and social commentary through a powerful voice, and Rubber Soul showcased lyrical and musical maturity in pop music, paving the way for a more complex and thoughtful pop scene. Together, these albums reflect a year of significant evolution in music and culture generally.